welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you stopped by today to see what I was going to get into. And what I'm planning to get into today is another small craft project. It's actually another funky bow, but I'm going to do it just a little bit differently today. This is kind of a twofold project. One, I'm getting this bow ready for a wreath that I will be making probably sometime next week. And secondly, I'm answering a question that was posed to me about making a funky bow. And that question was, can I use a bow maker and make a funky bow? Because I have arthritic hands and I can't hold the ribbons very well. And I don't think that that person is independent in that question, because a lot of us have arthritic hands. And my knuckles, although they look arthritic, don't hurt, but my thumb joint does sometimes. So yes, it is nice to have an alternative. And yes, you can use a bow maker to make a funky bow. Now I'm going to make a 9-loop funky bow. I think that's a good size. I like making 9 loops. You can make them 12 loops, 20 loops, or whatever loops. But I think most of the time 9 loops is more than adequate unless you're making a huge wreath. And my wreath will be a ruffle wreath, and it will be my last Halloween wreath. Say Halloween wreath 3 times fast. My last Halloween wreath for this year. I don't really do a lot of decorating for Halloween, but I do put some wreaths out. And I do have a friend that lives in the park who really, really loves Halloween. And she's not here right now. I believe she's up north. So I thought maybe I'd make this one, and if I don't find a place that I need to put it, and I don't think I need, because I still have a couple hanging downstairs and we've already made one. I may just gift this to her because I think she'd enjoy having a Halloween wreath. So I'm going to take you down to the table and we're going to put together a Halloween funky bow wreath using 9 loops, 3 ribbons, and a bow maker. I'm going to use the Easy Bow Maker because that's the one I have, but I think the Bow Dabra would be just as fine, because all you're doing is using it to hold the loops of your wreath. So let me take you down and we'll get started on making a 9-loop funky bow. Be right back. Okay, here we are down at the table. And I've got the bow maker out front so that you can see this. Now, let me explain. I've got a piece of ribbon here. When we make a funky bow, we have the ribbon, pinch it to whatever size loop you want to make, take the back tail, turn it around so that you have 2 pretty tails showing. Okay? Then you make another one, and you do the same thing, pinch it together. I'm going to turn it the other way around, but I'm still going to take this back piece and turn it around. Okay? Now, as you see, when I was doing this, this is going in next to the one I just completed. Okay? It's not going in on top of it. It's going next to it. Now, if it sort of got on top once, it wouldn't really make a big difference, because once you've got a zip tie around these ribbons, you can probably pretty much maneuver them anywhere. But that's what we're going to try to accomplish in the bow maker. Now, my fingers are like this, and consider the bow maker as my fingers like this. Okay? So I'm going to start a little bit differently. I have these boots that were part of a Halloween pick, and I'm going to put some boots down at the bottom. And And the only problem with these boots is I now have black glitter all over my tablecloth. Okay, let's start with the first one. My ribbons are cut at 26 inches because I think I'm going to pull these out just a little bit. Get a little more mileage here. There we go. Okay. Get over here, Mr. Boot. My ribbons are cut at 26 inches. I want 8-inch tails and a 5-inch loop. Let me get a smaller. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to measure a 5-inch loop. I'm going to pinch it. And I like to puff out my loop a little bit. I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to find the back one and I'm going to turn it around. So now I have 2 tails and a loop, all pretty. Now I'm going to put this in the bow maker sideways because that's how it would go in my fingers. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Five-inch loop, pinch it, turn the back, and put it in sideways. Okay, and the third one. And you know, with a 9 loop bow, they go opposite each time. Okay, we're on the last row around. Sorry, my camera stopped recording because it said my memory card was full, so I had to take a few things off. So I've got my 5-inch loop, and I'm going to go this way. How easy is this? This doesn't hurt your hands at all. Fold the ribbon in half, create your 5-inch loop, make the back one come to the front, and put it in on top of the others. All right. Well, that's not a very pretty cut, is it? There we go. Now, I'm going to take a zip tie. I've got a couple of them actually. And I'm going to go hopefully under everything. I should have put the zip tie in there before I started, but I wouldn't be that smart. Now in the bow dabber you do that. There's a little slot for you to put it in. I'm just going to get it started, enough to hold everything together. I'm going to pull it out and hopefully not lose my boots. I'm going to bring this around to the back. And I should have had my wire cut. wire through. Give it a tug. And look at my tablecloth. Okay, there we go. A mess. But we have a 9-loop funky bow. And I try to get the loops up and the tails down. And loops up and the tails down. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And of course, these shoes will decorate the wreath when I get them on the wreath. I'm going to take, I have another zip tie here. I did have, I'll get one. And just put it around this end here. Hold these shoes a little tighter together. Well, that's a pretty spectacular bow. And it was made on the bow maker. Now you know the original funky bow was devised by Julie Samaco, I'm sorry, over at Southern Charm Wreaths. And her initial intention was to use pieces of leftover ribbon that you didn't have enough of to make a regular big bow. And so each one of these may have been a different piece of ribbon. But this is the same idea. I think that's beautiful. Look at that. Boy, it makes me want to get busy and make the wreath now. I'm going to be doing a sign for it. Just a little sign, if I don't find one that I like. And of course these, you're going to puff it again, fluff it again when you get it on the wreath. But I think that came out great. And it didn't hurt my hand at all. So yes, Virginia, you can make a funky bow with a bow maker. And like I said, if you get a bow, piece of the bow that's in the wrong spot, it really won't make any difference because you can twist them all around. There, I hope you enjoyed that. let me come up and say a few words here. Okay. Oop. I'm almost on camera. Oh, let's see. There I am. Let me put my glasses on. I can't craft with my glasses on because I'm too close to the product. And I usually use these for distance. Truthfully, I don't use these at all unless I have to. So now, after I get my tablecloth cleaned again, I'll put my scarecrow back down. And we'll be all set to do that wreath next week. This is going on to the second tropical storm that we're scheduled to have, Fred. Fred is supposed to arrive sometime this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So I'm not sure about Sunday's video. I'll try to get it up early, so if there's any issues with power interruption, it shouldn't affect it. But in the meantime, this is going to be tropical storm, they expect, Fred. I'm hoping for Freddie Flintstone, not Freddie, oh, I don't remember his name, but he was from the story Halloween. So let's just hope he's just a lot of wind and a bit of rain, or a lot of rain and a bit of wind. I will see you again Sunday, hopefully, and we'll be doing another cooking episode. And this episode includes, as I said, puff pastry. Oh, how bad can it be already? So until Sunday, I want everybody to stay safe, stay warm, and stay cool, whichever you need. Get the vaccine. Please get the vaccine. Wear your mask if appropriate. And everybody, play nice now. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up. I'll see you Sunday. Love you. Bye-bye.